Last time when we left off, we were talking about costs. And so this is the cost of customer acquisition. And as you can see, email turns out to be the lowest. However, web and banner ads are really high. So if they're so high, why would anybody do it? And the reason why people use it is, let's face it, for you to click on a banner ad and not be a mistake, you have a great deal of interest. And that's why people are willing to pay more, because of the quality of the click. In terms of mobile, a lot of you are familiar with apps and mobile internet. An area that's really emerging right now in mobile is geo-targeting. And what that means is they look at where your location is, and then they go shape ads according to that. For example, I could be near a shop for jeans, and I just did a web search for jeans. So what are the ads that are going to pop up? Things that are close by where I am. And so this is why, like, every business is constantly asking you, can I mark your location? In terms of mobile behavior, half your clicks are accidents. And that's why cell phones keep getting bigger and bigger, but then they become a lot less portable. We know that we get information from our cell phones, but here's the other thing which supports geo-targeting, and that's that after you do a search, 93% who do are going to go to the store and make that purchase. This is how you spend your time on different types of platforms, and this is a performance in terms of click-through rate, average revenue per business, and so on. So as you could see, uni-volume. The importance of apps right now, and the thing is, we used to think of apps as being like a compass on your phone, but now every business has an app. And the reason why apps are so powerful is that you're more likely to browse into it compared to mobile web. And not only that, but it's through apps that they get information from you and can track you. Here are some more statistics that you can just go ahead and read through. But in terms of you going through website or your apps, about a 1 second delay can cause a 7% reduction in conversions. In terms of mobile components, search, here are some more statistics for you. Google on your phone still pretty much dominates. In terms of ads on mobile, it's 79% of Facebook's business. And in terms of email, 69% of your emails you actually do right now on mobile. And 78% of you will unsubscribe if you're getting too many emails. So the bottom line is that 30% of the people don't come back if they have a bad experience. 18% will abandon searches if it hangs up within 5 seconds. All of a sudden, all this infrastructure starts to become really important. And that's why tech does matter in terms of your display size and your experience. So when we talk about infrastructure, we're concerned about the wireless capacity in your devices. Electronics traditionally is always focused on smaller, cheaper, faster. Well, right now it's sort of like bigger, faster, cheaper, lighter. And so what drives all this are components, your batteries and everything else. And the big thing we see in devices is phones keep getting bigger, and the capability starts to approach laptops. And laptops are trying to be more like phones. And so this is part of the argument of why Apple on their iPhone, it's hard for me to say, $1,250. Holy cow, you can get a pretty decent computer for that money. Yeah, reference pricing, it matters. In terms of the calling plans, the cost of Wi-Fi is a big issue. Your data plans, you're also concerned about security, and I care about my privacy. And so these are the things that you have to build into your content, or people aren't going to be interested into it. And so those big 4 factors we talked about before, like privacy, intimacy, and so on, are so important. In online marketing, so you have all these different factors that go into it. And so search engine is still a very, very important part of being online, for the simple reason when you do a search, you're expressing intent. So this is not like having to do with somebody who's totally unaware. And so these are the definitions. You've probably seen them: SEM, SEO, SERP, how they're all different. And something like Google AdWords connects you to keyword-driven searches. The things you look for are: how much does it cost me to click? My cost per 1,000 impressions. And impressions is that I go to a page. Site-targeted ads and remarketing. That's why they ask for your cookies, so they can come after you again. Here are some more statistics for you, and one of the big phenomena that's happening right now is Amazon, and that's that a lot of people are skipping traditional search engine marketing because, well, I could just go find it on Amazon, and that's what a lot of people do today. But mobile commerce is making up 30% of all e-commerce. So in terms of SEO, I want to improve the odds that people can find me. And so this has to do with your URL, your page titles, and all your links. How do people link to you? These are all the issues. And so this is where people go. Now, granted, some of the statistics don't match up, and that's because they're taken at different times. But as you can see, why Amazon is so powerful. And once you have an intent and a lead, you know who to go after. In terms of social media, Facebook, boatload of people. Twitter, you use Twitter because you want viral effects, that people will tweet and retweet very quickly. So that's actually the big lesson about business. When you go charging ahead, always remember, when you go charging ahead with Twitter, always remember, you can always retweet. Get it? Retweet. Bada boom. Pinterest allows you to go after very specific interests. The other hidden thing in Pinterest also is we live in a visual age, and that's what Pinterest is all about. And so what's key to all of this, again, is activity. We see the same things coming up. What's the difference between social media and search engine? Social media is about brand building. It's about building relationships. Search engine, they've already expressed an interest. So guess what? It's about converting that interest into a sales. That's the difference. Games, yeah, you can just read this and figure it out for yourself. But what it comes down to is people like games because, let's face it, they have your attention. You're captive in it. The big thing to remember, though, is that you don't want to alienate people, and that's one thing about freemium, especially ones where you don't get a lot of free stuff. It's like you use it for a half hour and then all of a sudden it's constantly asking you to buy stuff. That's very annoying. Content marketing is about influencing behavior, and the way we do that is we give people stuff. And that stuff, it could be discounts, it could be education, it could be information like articles, blogs, things like that, webinars. And so these are the factors of why content marketing is so powerful. Why? Because when I give you stuff, I have a contingency on it, and that contingency is to get you to act. And so give me your information, go buy something. Again, we live in an age of content marketing, and so content marketing pretty much works all across the sales spectrum, and the content that you give is normally associated with entertainment, education, something personal specifically for you, or economic, like coupons. In the next and final video, we'll talk about analytics.